Bart, do you expect a record number of ships to be scrapped in 2012, and what numbers are you predicting?
Last year, 9 million tons, 8.8 million tons were scrapped last year, sent recycling. Based on the numbers that we see of new buildings coming in and older vessels meant to leave, we see a much bigger number, at least 1 million tons, if not 2 million tons more this year. That's our estimate.
And that could be an all-time record, beating the mid-80s.
1985 was the all-time. I think we're going to break. We almost broke it last year. I think we're going to break it this year.
We heard today at the Tradewinds Singapore Ship Recycling Forum, Bart, that a tsunami of tonnage is coming. Will it be mainly bulkers or tankers? Or can you predict?
My crystal ball is cracked. We have seen so many bulkers come through. And the new building order book for dry bulk is dramatic. It's huge. So the dry side will not let up, in my opinion. The wet side, we're now starting to see 1995 and 96 built tankers sold for recycling. And in fact, early this year, or very late last year, a 1998 VLCC got sold for recycling. So the age of a tanker is coming down. It must come down, regulatory and market. So I wouldn't pick my bet there.
One panelist today forecast a demolition price of $300 per LDT by the end of the year versus $450 to $470 at the moment. Do you have any predictions for where prices will end up?
No, it's very challenging. The quote that I used in the end of my presentation was that it's very hard to make predictions, especially about the future. 2.5 years ago, a friend of mine made a prediction here that he said in 2 years or 2.5 years, the market would be in the $200, $250 number range. It's so challenging to predict. Right now, I think more than the price going down, the market will expand. So therefore, supply and demand will find a balance, and the prices actually will stay up. One of the panelists was talking about the market going down to $300, or he's talking about $10 to $15 or 10 to 15% in the near term. Macro, that's micro, macro, I don't see the numbers changing so dramatically. They will go through swings, volatility, but I don't see it changing so dramatically, personally.
Finally, does the demolition market have the capacity to absorb this huge amount of tonnage, especially given Bangladesh has been in and out of the market during the last year?
I don't. It's a shame to say this, but I don't think Bangladesh is the factor or the key here. I think India can expand. If you have 100 guys in a yard working, you expand to 200 fellows in the yard working, you cut your time in half or in a third to cut that ship. And I think the real question is, what's China going to do?